Joining us now is the Chairman, National Organizing Committee of the 2025 Annual Directors Conference, in person of Otunba Abimbola Ashiru, member of the Chartered Institute of Directors. Great to have you join me, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, and of course you were part of the planning and putting together of this year's edition. What would you say was integral in putting it together, and the theme, how does that tie into the leadership space, the context in 2025?
Yes, thank you very much. This is actually my third time. I've actually been involved twice in the last 2 years as vice chairman and presently as the chairman. The most important thing is the caliber of people that we have in the committee. Very focused, committed, impressive, and highly intelligent people. So, and that was how we're able to draft the so-called theme. I mean, leading to building sustainable and inclusive enterprises. The point is that what we're talking about in the country today, it lies with that, and it's imbibed. You see, the culture of corporate governance, which is very key, and that's what Chartered Institute of Directors is known for over 40 years. Doing the right thing, best practice. And if you let me be honest with you, whatever we do in this country, we must be able to imbibe that culture of doing things right, corporate governance. And you see, it starts from the boardroom, starts from corporate environment and everything. The people that will drive the economy, they are, don't forget that you talk about the president, the ministers, they are from the corporate world. So if they don't have that culture of imbibing the right culture, doing the right things, doing the best practice, then we're going to have problems. And I'm happy the president, in the president's speech, it was probably stated there, those are the people that will run the economy. And members of the CIoD, they are from both public and private sector of the economy. So when we're trying to look at how the theme, we suggested that, look, we must get to this one. And that's what we did. And I can tell you, with many sleepless nights, dragging this, we have a team that, yes, I'm the chairman, but I haven't said that the chairman is a member of the team too. So the failure of the team is the failure of the chairman. And the failure of the committee members is the failure of the whole. So you have to ensure that you do the right thing. And I've been so impressed with the commitment and the faculty. You're going to listen to so many people today. The keynote speaker is going to talk about his experience in the energy sector, which is another sector of the economy. And the area we're now looking at, generally in the country, is agriculture. Agriculture that will lead into industrialization. And let me be honest with you, I was talking to someone recently that Nigeria used to be the second largest exporter of cocoa in the world, in the First Republic. What happened? Something went wrong. We went to the energy sector and everything. But the point is that people ask questions, how did we get here? Whereby some years back, you can walk into a place, go to, let's say, London. It has happened to me with 500 naira, and I got 458 pounds. So what happened? That means our naira used to be, a proper legal tender that is accepted all over the world. So what happened? So those are the areas that let us correct the wrongs. How do we do the right thing? How can Nigeria come back to that present space? And if you look at it, when you travel outside this country and you're coming back, the plane is filled with foreigners. So what is happening? Something is wrong. Yeah. And I remember when President Clinton came to Nigeria some years back, he said, Nigerians, you have no business looking for foreign funds. That your resources is there, and he was tapping the floor. Because it's a country that's been endowed with a lot of mineral natural resources. So how do you see, it's like being a child of a billionaire, and you don't know how you're going to harness the resources of your father. How do you do that? So that is what we're trying to bring, because you have to look at the typical situation. You talk about the theoretical aspect of it and the physical aspect of it. And those are the things we're trying to bring back now.
So a very timely conference, especially as regards the theme.
Yeah.
You've mentioned that this is the third time of you being
involved,
planning committee. How would you say this year is different? Besides the theme, how would you say this year has been or will be different?
Well, like I told my committee members, I said, well, my prayer is that this conference, that the conference we are doing this year, will be a different one. And I could see the signs that this is a different one. And you say, wow, we've been able to put things together. And even use the ambience, the hall we're using, the environment. Is another key marketing opportunity for the Abuja Continental Hotel. It will be Sheraton. And these are things that will bring in another investment for them, because, I mean, I was really impressed. And not only that, the involvement of all the people we invited. The president couldn't make it, but he sent the Minister of Budget and Planning. Some of the ministers are coming. The head of service, up till last night, wanted to come, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, 2 ministers are supposed to be coming too. One of them is even still coming. The other one is in the villa. He was called this morning, and he sent. So what I'm saying is that I could see the commitment, the interest of people. And I was really impressed when I saw the number of people that flew in from Lagos to Abuja. And I will tell you, the one I was part of last year, even in Lagos, the number of people sitting in the hall, they're not as many as the number of people. So that means people flying all the way from Abuja, from Lagos to Abuja and all over the country, clearly shows that the Chartered Institute of Directors is a place to be. And they have now realized that you must be part of this success story. Some people that started this institute over 40 years ago, that the issue of imbibing the culture of corporate governance, doing the things right. I mean, like I tell people, integrity is when you are doing the right thing and nobody is watching you. So those are the things that you need to imbibe. The culture, we must have that culture in this country, whereby people will think that, look, when I'm going to serve in the public sector and the private sector, it's not for my pocket. It's to serve the people and bring back. And we should start encouraging the young ones who are coming after us that, look, corruption shouldn't be the order of the day. It is best practice, corporate governance, doing the right thing in the right direction. And another thing, walking the talk. Like in my speech, I said, look, don't let us make this conference the kind of conference that we talk, like I always tell people. People think, and when I say it, that it's not like UN, whereby people will go to New York, they sit down there, say all sorts of things, come back the next year and saying the same thing. That if UN is actually functioning, that there shouldn't be war in Ukraine, there shouldn't be war in Iran, there shouldn't be war in Gaza, because, I mean, the purpose of the United Nations is to unite, but it's not happening. So we want to make sure that this time, the Charter of Directors is a place where when people talk, and whatever we agree on, we are going to imbibe that, and we are going to walk the talk and do the same thing.
And that brings us to the final question. Outcomes, right? It's a 2-day conference. What do you hope to achieve within the corporate governance space in leadership through this conference?
Oh, yes, thank you very much. We have the caliber of people we have here. They are leaders in their various industries, banking sector, agriculture, even media, everybody. What we intend is that whatever the blueprint we bring out of this conference, it must be like a Bible to everyone that, make reference to it, like they do in the legal area, whereby when you're in court, you make reference to a case that happened some years back, that this is what happened. So we want people to say, at the last conference in Abuja, these are the things that were agreed upon. These are the areas, these are the suggestions, this is the blueprint. Let us see how we can imbibe that in our various organizations and will be part of the corporate culture of these organizations. And I believe that with the caliber of people here, they are going to take home most of the things there, and they are going to use them to make sure to further the growth of the organization. Because if you don't do that, I mean, you're going to have problems. And it creates jobs for people too. And the people that you're creating jobs for, you must end them happy. I remember when we started banking, for you to be a teller or anything, you must go for training. 2 months training before you touch any aspect of the bank. So part of the things they train is that don't get carried away when you see money, when you see cash. It's dangerous. So know that when you have this cash does not belong to you, it belongs to other people. You must not get greedy. Don't become greedy and selfish. Just make sure that the culture of integrity is there. And those are the things that we're trying to do. That let people now let it be a natural thing. That invite corporate governance, doing the right things in the right direction, should be part of and parcel of every human being in the world. And Nigeria must take a cue from that, because Nigeria used to be a country whereby our leaders, things are done properly, no corruption, nothing. And so we want to bring back that. And it's a gradual thing. It's not only when you go to church or mosque and they preach. We must start preaching those things in the corporate environment too, both in public and private sector.
We wish you a successful event, 2-day conference.
Thank you very much.
Otunba Abimbola Ashiru, member of the Chartered Institute of Directors and the chairman of the National Organizing Committee of the 2025 Annual Directors Conference. Thank you, sir.
And thank you for supporting us and partnering with us. We really appreciate it.